Okay, so we're going to take a look at conversions, and we'll try problem number 3. We're going to do these conversions by proportion. So I'll start with the ratio that's unknown. In other words, the question is we have 21 gallons, and what is its equivalent in quarts? So we're going to go ahead and flip over this paper to the conversion factors and find the appropriate number of quarts to a gallon. Some of us might know that already. And so when we flip this over and we go down here to volume, we see that there are 4 quarts to a gallon. So we go ahead and put that in the appropriate place. If we have 4 quarts, we're going to put it across from X quarts. And there is a 1 gallon in 4 quarts. So now we have our proportion, and we just solve it as we do a traditional proportion with cross multiplication. And we get 1 times X is equal to 4 times 21. And this is pretty easy. There's not much solving here, but the 4 times 21 gives you 84 quarts, is equivalent to that original 21 gallons. And maybe we should try another one. Let me just take a look here. Well, we could go ahead and maybe take a look at. Let's look at the metric system. And the metric system, because you're in base 10, you could just move the decimal place if you want sometimes to do a conversion. But let's just continue on with this proportion idea. Let's take a look at 9.2 kilometers and see how many meters that is equivalent to. So again, most of us probably are familiar with the fact that there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer, but that should be found over here. On the metric side, we see that there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So we could go ahead and do this. There's 9.2 kilometers, and we want to know how many meters is that. Oops, I made a little mistake here. So we have 9.2 kilometers, and that is equal to X meters. And we want to compare that to the fact that there are, and we're going to put the 1,000 meters on the bottom because that's where meters are. And we want to know, and we know that there is 1 kilometer that is equal to that 1,000 meters. So now we do the cross multiplication again, and we get 1x, or we could write just x. And see here, when we multiply by 1,000, we could just move it over 3 places. We don't really have much computation to do. So we will get 9200 from going 1, 2, 3 places. That's what it's like to multiply by 1,000. So there are 9,200 meters in 1 kilometer.